around the drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid.
Quick update before we get into today's video. Just to let you guys know, if you're looking for a College Football 25 online Dynasty League, I am hosting one for PlayStation 5 users only. For all the information and how to join, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We currently got 29 out of 32 users locked in for the league since this video's release. Without further ado, let's get into today's video, which we are covering the Ultimate Team and the top 100 ranking player list. Now, at first, you guys are seeing the top 10 overall players out of 100. Of course, I'm going to have the link down below in the description for you guys to take a full look on EA Sports page of every single category per position. I also will have showcased later on today's video, certain positions like the quarterback, running back, receiver, and cornerback positions for the top 10 or so players out of the 100 players list. But Ultimate Team, I haven't really been into. Of course, there's times where I go into Ultimate Team just because of the frustration of the exploit, especially the invisible team glitch that people do in head-to-head, which I'm expecting the same outcome in College Football 25 head-to-head regs is going to happen, and other exploits of people possibly freeze booting, disconnect glitching, and things of that sort. If you're familiar with the head-to-head exploits, you guys know what I'm talking about because it's very frustrating. And also, if it's come down to where people continuously use the same overpowering teams, I'm just probably going to get away from that, especially now that I'm focused on online Dynasty mode. But there's times where I do cater over to Ultimate Team. I do not spend any money whatsoever, but the process of getting certain players, it seems like sometimes the rewards for the grind of challenges is not even worth it, and a lot of people just spend money, and it's easier to just spend money to get much more better overall players out of packs compared to what you're getting reward-wise out of challenges. But looking at Ultimate Team in general for college football, it's pretty much the same. The thing that I'm disappointed in seeing is seeing, historic NFL players, Hall of Famers that's played in college. I mean, it's cool and all, but to see, past Hall of Famers or NFL players in the college format, it's something I did not want to see. I just want it to be college football players based. I didn't want to have basically Madden in college football, but, Ultimate Team is for the Ultimate Team people, so I'm guessing that's what they wanted for College Football 25, but this wasn't the way to go, honestly, I think, if you're going to be playing Ultimate Team. Yeah, I just wish they just kept it college players only and not have these past and current NFL players that did play college back into the game. It's basically like you're playing Madden. So I'm kind of frustrated on that point. Now, overall, between the two, Ultimate Team and head-to-head, I probably won't focus on much. My main focus is, of course, the online Dynasty League that I'm hosting. Probably do a little bit of Road to Glory, but I'm not really a career type of guy. I'm always a comp player first. So the fact that head-to-head was kind of revamped of what Ultimate Team is for Madden, I was kind of disappointed because I thought what they was going to do was pretty much give the option for, a bunch of players to use their favorite college team, any college team, and depending on what type of tier school that you're going to be using. For instance, if you're using a lower tier team school, you pull upset against a top team program, it's going to really drop that other user in ranks, boost you majorly. So it gives rewards for people using pretty much trash teams. But I'm guessing that's not the case because they pretty much said it's like Ultimate Team and Madden, where they have a tier system and it's just based off whatever division you're in. It's going to match you up with those type of skill match based players. So if you're really good, you boost up in the high division, it's only going to match you up with those top tier high division players. And then, for the casuals or trash players, depending on how you win and lose, it's going to keep you in that division, but match you up with those certain individuals so you don't have to get matched up against, overpowered comp sweaty players. which I understand that's a great deal, but I was hoping for the fact that they separate from, people using dominant teams over and over repetitively. I want to see a variety amount of teams being used. And it's kind of disappointing that they didn't go that route. So hopefully next year we get to see that change. But outside of that, I was kind of disappointed hearing the fact that, they didn't do that route when I initially thought they did. Now, Ultimate Team, like I said, I only go to Ultimate Team just because the amount of exploits that happen in head-to-head regs and the fact that the win-loss ratio didn't matter based off your record. So I'm pretty torn between, going back to that and just, having a feel for it. But who knows what I'm going to be doing overall when it comes to these two modes in particular. But like I said, with Ultimate Team, I just go to that mode to get away from the amount of exploits, but at the same time, you're just facing people that have a much better team because they spent and invested so much money into the game. It's kind of pointless when you're grinding challenges, you don't get rewarded well when knowing the people that pull packs get a higher overall reward of players compared to what you're grinding for a reward. Now they said that there is a offline type of deal where you can just simply play the CPU and get rewards, but I feel like that's no fun or challenging. It's kind of interesting that they did cater in some type of aspect to offline players only for that mode, but really you want to play users, honestly, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I guess everybody has their wants and needs, especially when you're an online user or offline user and they want to try to create the best perspective for both sides. So I understand where EA is trying to get at for that. Now, aside from what you guys seen earlier in today's video of the screenshots of the ratings, which once again, you guys can check out the player ratings. Link is down below in the description to EA's website. To me, it's cool to see those certain ratings. I feel like some shouldn't be the way it is, but it is what it is. I feel like there's going to be like hidden players, especially based off like certain ratings like speed. There's always somebody faster or has a top end speed compared to what you see in the top 100 rankings or the top players or so. There's always hidden gem players like that. So that's why I always try to use, trash teams. It's like Madden. The only reason why I use Giants or like any trash team is based off who the running back is, basically. Because I love to run the ball. I like to give crazy work, break ankles, and things of that sort. So that's what I focus on. And, I don't want to be that type of person that's always using OP teams. I kind of get bored playing the teams that I'm facing that's repetitive. Why use the same overpowering team to compete, right? So, that's the expectation when it comes to regs that I want to avoid if I'm playing regs head to head. And, when it comes to that, it's like, man, I just want to go back to Dynasty mode where everything literally matters and it's more innovative because from season to season, you're never going to see the same exact team of players, roster, just how, other opponents handle their team, go about recruiting. I just feel like Dynasty is the way to go now, especially when games actually matter. You got to try to win to motivate recruits as well. Maintain your team now based off the portal. I mean, there's so much immersiveness that the Dynasty is going to bring. So that's why I emphasize on you guys joining the online Dynasty League that I'm going to be hosting because it's going to be epic and amazing and probably the best experience for everybody. That's how I look at it because you take a look at just regs. It's like at first it was just based off how many games you've been playing. Now it's kind of revamped, I guess, in the tier system. It's going to actually matter. But, if you want to use a certain college team, would it matter if you're just going to be playing, top teams every single game? That's going to be mad annoying. And then you play Ultimate Team, what's the reward out of that? It's like you get baited to spending money because you're frustrated that your team's not getting better fast enough, so you need certain players to improve your team much more quicker. So then you have to invest money, and it's like, why would I invest more money into the game when I already spent a lot of money on the launch? And then it comes to the offline experience. you only can handle the CPU for so much. Of course, you can tweak everything to your liking, but there's also a benefit side to playing offline because you can play on your own time. You can pause the game whenever you need to. You can get to it whenever you want to. It's more accessible and more, I guess, friendly and non-raging, but it's just how you go about it. But, to me, it's always playing online because I like the trash talking. I like to expose. I like to shut up people when they think they're good and then they get exposed. It's just that feeling that I have. And you just can't get that with the offline experience. Now, for some reason, the old classic games, the CPU is hard as hell. And then they pull off the craziest things every time I play them. So, hopefully, I get that same experience when I do play offline for this year on College Football 25, but we're going to see how that goes about. But for some odd reason, every time I play CPU, I always see the most amazing things. So that's another benefit when you're playing offline against a CPU. So everybody has their pros and cons and what their go-to for online or offline experience. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about everything. And also, what do you guys think about the ratings, the ranking system for the players that has been recently released, Ultimate Team, just everything in general. And once again, if you guys are wanting to join one of the best online Dynasty League for PlayStation 5 users only, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. Once again, we're almost full. We're at 29 users out of 32 since this video is released. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and I'm out. Peace.